Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Oh, yeah. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channeled message from the download series. If you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website, located in the title of this live. Raw, real, unedited, uncut, unfiltered, unscripted, deprogrammed, sugar-free broadcast, because the only thing I'm known for sugarcoating around here is these nails, and you can have yours done here in my private studio in Las Vegas. And there's information on the website about that and everything else you want to know about me. So we pulled your alpha and omega messages. We pulled them first. We'll read them last. It's always beautiful how they put a pretty bow on our message. And for today's tarot, we're getting right into it with the good tarot, which in my experience, in my world of experience, that was totally a materialization. Because 9 years ago, when I went to buy my first tarot deck, there were all these scary names to the tarot. I mean, not that I was really scared, but it's like Dungeons and Dragons tarot and Demons and Monsters tarot. And there was all these like just really dark names. And I remember saying, why can't there just be a good tarot? Why does it have to all be like evil and scary and shit? It's not even like that. And next thing you know, there's a good tarot. So thank you, Colette Baron Reed, for picking up on my vibe and producing the deck. And so today we're going to use this deck to pull a 9-card spread, is what I was shown. In preparation for the reading, I heard that most of you, whenever you find this reading, will have the experience that is being talked about in a 3-day window, meaning 3 days up to 3 days prior or 3 days after finding this reading. Again, like I said in the introduction, it is timeless, though. So whenever you find it in time and space, it's meant for you. Okay. So our first card out, deep in the past, we have the 10 of Earth. You were surrounded by family. You were surrounded by family. Life felt full, and then you found something you wanted with the messenger of water. You discovered something you wanted. Even though life felt full, you were living your 10, you discovered something you wanted. And I hear Abraham popping in saying, well, you know, this is the process, and it'll always be that way. Once you have everything you want, you'll find something else you wanted. This is normal. This means you're actually fully living the human experience. Okay. And so once you found something you wanted, then we have the 7 of Earth. When you found what you wanted, there was a requirement that you would walk away from something else that was not on that path. It required the giving up of one thing. In other words, there's so much space in your life. There's so much space in your heart. There's so much space in your energy. In order to bring in this new energy that you found that you wanted, something had to let go. It's like you only have so many hours of a day. If you find something else you want to do, you're going to have to make those hours come from somewhere. Something's going to have to give. And that's what it was. So as you did that, you realized, I don't want to invest in this anymore because this is not on the path of what I'm choosing for myself now. You went ahead and you made that move. You decided what was more of value to you to invest in, and boom, 3 of Fire. You took that action, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to invest my energy here. I'm going to take action towards that. You most recently did that, and so you've been waiting for a return on your investment. I heard you've been waiting for a return on your investment. Shout out to Malibu, our first commenter for the live session. Trahib, and a shout out to the good folks over on the Wisdom app. I see you. All right. In the current energy, you have the 8 of Air. Right now it's important for you to maintain focus about what? Focus about that thing that you found that you wanted. You decided you wanted it. You cannot get distracted by other things. You cannot get distracted by external ideas. And it's actually with the 8 of Air, I'm hearing it would be great for you to kind of just keep that to yourself. Like, everybody doesn't have to know what you're up to. Everybody does not have to know what you're up to. I see coming in your immediate future, there's an opportunity to rush into something, but it's like, don't do it. It's not it. There's something coming in that could come in as I'm hearing the word imposter energy. So it could look like what you want, but it's not quite what you want. So don't fall for the BS. Don't fall for the BS. There's an opportunity coming in. It's not what you really wanted. It's going to look like it could be what you wanted. So I'm hearing qualify it first. Qualify it first. Make sure it qualifies. Hold your standards. Hold your requirements. Hold your expectations and your desires for yourself. And see if they match it. Don't give them the expectation. Don't give them the desire. Give them the opportunity to unfold what they really are. Give that the opportunity to show you what it really is before you get all into it. Before we move forward more, let's see the bottom of the deck. We have patience, which is in traditional tarot would be called temperance. Major Arcana 14. This is talking about waiting for divine timing. Queen of Air, knowing that you've had to maintain your boundaries and your limitations and speak your truth and cut through BS this whole time. Yeah, Six of Fire. As you've overcome difficulties in the past, you know that to get through the difficulties of the past that you did, you had to hold your boundaries, be patient, and wait. And the patience is right now speaking to me about build the energy internally and watch it show up externally. So it's like you're building the energy internally in yourself. You're building up your knowing that this is really for me. I chose it. So of course the universe is conspiring in my favor. I hear conspiring in my favor. And it must come in, knowing that. Okay, so knowing that you're holding back from temptation. Anything that would distract you from the path as well is coming up with this strength card. So you found what you wanted. You walked away from something in order to receive what you wanted. You took the action steps that were required of you to receive that. Now you're maintaining focus. You're getting strong focus and belief in what you desire. And then boom, this thing shows up and you're like, oh, that's not it. That's not it. I got to hold on. I got to hold back. And once that happens, the illusion will be revealed to you. The illusion that it showed you will be revealed to you. You'll see why that wasn't it for you. You'll see why that wasn't exactly it. It doesn't mean it's good and it doesn't mean it's bad. But you will see why that's not what you truly desired. You will see why that's not really the fulfillment of this wish that you had back here, that you have, I heard, worked so hard to achieve. All right. Once that happens, Page of Air comes through and it's like, okay, that was a great sign because it was so close to what I wanted. And so here you go to work mentally. Again, stay maintaining that focus. This Page of Air is coming up over the top of this 8 of Air. That is, both of those are divine energies. So it's like you're maintaining your focus. I see with this Page of Air, you're spending some time journaling or doing creative visualization. You're spending some time in sincere and I hear profound. I hear the word profound focus upon the fulfillment of this desire. Now, the outcome I love because it's the King of Water. This is like, boom, here it comes in my hand. And the King of Water is emotional mastery. And it's also, right now, it's giving me an overwhelming sense of joy. And when it comes in, it's like you're going to be able to enjoy the fulfillment of having watched yourself from a place of fullness, create a new level of fullness is what I just heard, create a new level of fullness. So you had it all going on, but you're about to create something even more than what you had going on. Yeah, it's about to get deeper. It's about to go more profound for you. Okay, on some new level, because just like Abraham confirmed for us, it's like in this world, even if you end up having everything you wanted, you're still gonna, as long as you're breathing air, as long as you're not pushing up daisies, you're going to end up finding another desire. And it's a process that we wash and rinse and repeat. This is something that goes on and on and on. I'm hearing, so get comfortable with always maintaining that focus, walking away from what is not the fulfillment of that desire, and then watch it show up, because it does that over and over again. And I'm also hearing, it will serve us well to remember how many ways and how many days this has happened for us already. So we're going to dig a little bit deeper into this with the Heart's Hidden Secrets Oracle. I'm going to go over each position with one card and see what else is going to be revealed here for us today. What's for the download message today? What am I to say? So thankful and grateful. I see, hey, Tay, what's up? Okay, I've been seeing you popping in. Spirit has recently guided me to open up the comment to all my subscribers, which is different than how it's been. But this channel is in constant evolution, so don't look for everything to stay the same. The only thing that's going to stay the same is it's always spirit flowing through here, source energy, divine authenticity is flowing through here, and that's what it will always be. Other than that, the way it shows up physically, the way the physical expression shows up will always be in flux. Why? Because energy is constantly moving, evolving, growing, and expanding, and as does this channel. So they've even been playing with the idea with me lately of just completely doing away with memberships, So in the past, you had that 10 of Pentacles, and it talked about you had accomplished all the goals. And then boom, we have possibilities coming out. You accomplished all the goals you had in the past. You had the fulfillment where you had everything you wanted in the past, okay? And then it's like, okay, it's time for a new adventure. It's time for something to change. It's time for something new. And then as a side effect of that, the karma of that having everything, it's like, don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Then you find something else you want. Yeah. I even see somebody here who in your recent past, as you closed out a karmic cycle with somebody, they reached out, they wanted to apologize. Why? Because they've been feeling the weight of the repercussions for their actions, for their decision. There was something they were holding on to that didn't feel right to them. They wanted to apologize about that. I heard you accepted the apology. However, that did not grant them access to you. That was a key element in your moving forward. Excuse me. Yeah, so somebody here wanted to make amends. And I hear somebody wanted closure. Somebody wanted closure about something from the past. And so they reached out to you. Yeah, and I see like, you know what you want. You know what you want, and you know that there are consequences for actions taken. All right, this is why you take your choice of actions very, very delicately. Like, you don't just do any old thing just because it's there to do. You're going to be very aware, very cautious of what you do. I heard the traps are everywhere. Don't get caught in a thirst trap. I heard don't get caught in a thirst trap. Oh, I heard, because, yeah, if you had went back with that apology and repeated the old course of action, that would have been you getting caught in a thirst trap. Okay. So with that 7 of Earth, you did not, though. You walked away, withdrawn, single, solitary, lonely. You chose to go. You can go your own way. You choose to walk away, baby. Yeah, you were like, no, thanks for the apology, but I'm out. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Yeah, can't go back to the way it was. I could never see you the way I used to again. Something like this you said to this person, and you walked away. You walked away, or you read the text message and then make sure you blocked them. You were like, okay, that's nice, but block game tight. I heard block game tight. That's a big deal. That is a big deal, because if we continue to allow access to those things that are not in a vibrational alignment with what we're choosing for ourselves, then the space is full in our life, and there's no room for that which is a vibrational alignment. We're actually choosing counterproductive energies, which there's benefits in, especially when you want to do shadow work, when you want to see, well, what's up with me and my triggers, and why do I have these repetitive problems? But the energy I'm picking up from you here is you've done enough of that already, and you're pretty tired of doing that. Yeah. So then we had the Three of Fire saying you took the action you needed to. Boom. Look at that. Divine feminine, the yin feminine energy. So yeah, you took the action you needed to. You started expecting better for yourself. The Three of Wands always talks to me about expecting something better to show up. And with that divine feminine, I see that you started creating from the place of your desire. You started creating from the place of your desire. This tells me you intently focused on your desire. You know that you have creative power of the universe on your side, in your benefit. And so you started putting that into action to create from there. Okay, you honored your divine feminine, you honored your intuition, and you knew something better was coming for you. So you move ahead towards that. In your current energy, you have the Eight of Air with lusting, forbidden, non-committal, and sexual energy. Okay, so you know what you want. This is telling me you know what you want and you're focused on that. Yeah, just like somebody, you took some boudoir photos of yourself. You took some sexy nudes or something. I heard it was just for you. You ain't share that shit with nobody. Okay, that's okay. You were focused on loving you. I get the idea. It's like, you're now focused on knowing that what you desire wants you. It's like what you want wants you more than you want it. How's that? You know that if it's for you, it's going to want you with an intensity of desire that matches yours. It's not like you want something and it don't want you. No, we're already done with those games. We ain't doing that around here no more. Yeah. So moving forward in your next step, we have the Strength card and hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. Again, something shows up in your life, but it's not exactly what you wanted. You're knowing, and it's like they could be hoping for your attention. Okay, you could be hoping that that's it, but something in your spirit just will not let you take action. You stay in control of your physical vessel. You don't fall for it. This is like somebody invites you for a lusty night out or a lusty night in, and you're like, I would love that, but let's just not, because I'm not quite sure what this is yet. Yeah, you're saying I'm not quite sure what this is yet. I'm just going to hold on because I'm in expectation, and I know that what I've chosen chooses me and is real and tangible, just as I am real and tangible. And so moving forward from that, you had the Seven of Water, and it's coming out with spying, social network, information, and ways. Okay, with this Seven of Water. Again, the illusion that was presented in this experience, like, so you'll know why your spirit would just not let you get involved in something that's coming up for you now, because you're expecting something better. Your spirit is aware of the things that are said and done in rooms that you've never set your feet in conversations that you never participated in. And so when your spirit didn't allow you to get involved in this thing that's coming up for you, the reason why will be revealed. You could come across information on somebody's social networking and you're like, oh, that person said they were like this, but really they're like that. Or that opportunity presented itself like this, and now look at what's coming out. You know, this is like somebody said they're going to provide some sort of service for you, and then boom, it turns out that that was a lie, and now there's a lawsuit around it, something. I just heard that. So if you were about to get invited, you were about to get involved in some sort of business opportunity, and something about it, your spirit was like, no, no, no. And then boom, you find out there's legal ramifications being delivered to that same business you were going to get involved with. This is like somebody was like, oh yeah, I do this, I do that, I never do this, I never do that. And you were like, okay, well, I'm going to give this person time to show me how they really are, because they're telling me all the beautiful things I want to hear. As you guys have connected on social media, or maybe you're seeing them out, or maybe you have friends in common, however that unfolds, the information comes back to you to validate that no, they're not that type. They're not your type. The information is revealed. This is just like, there was this girl, I thought she was really cute. I thought it could turn into, let me get to know her. That's all as far as I went. Let me get to know her. Next thing I know, I see her out and I see how she really behaves a couple more times. And I'm just like, the first time I saw something, I'm like, huge red flag. She's not for me. The second time I seen her again after that, I was like, oh no, she's definitely not mine. Looks cute. Definitely not it. Thought she might be the calm, cool, collected type. No, she's definitely not it. So then you know. So it's an experience. It's like that. It's like you saw something and you were like, is this what I wanted? Is that it? Is that the opportunity for me? And then the evidence shows up. And it probably shows up twice for you, because I was guided to tell the story where the evidence showed up and then it solidified what that evidence looked like. So Moving forward from that, you have the Page of Air, boundaries. No, drawing the line, enough. So that thing that looks like it could totally be it is going to push you to assert those boundaries again. Why? Because it's not what you wanted. It's not the vibrational match to what you're choosing. So you're going to assert those boundaries. And again, you're going to stay focused on visualizing the new for you. You're going to, and I heard, take a lot of pride in yourself. Every time you use those boundaries, somebody's like, I'm tired of using my boundaries. And Spirit's like, yeah, but you got to get really good at it for where you're going. Like the exercise of your boundaries is such a significant part of where you're going. The Spirit's got you in the spiritual gym, lifting the weight of putting down your boundaries over and over and over again. Build those muscles up, baby. Build those muscles up, baby. Get strong. Get good at that. And it's necessary, because there are going to be shams and scams and fakes and BS. This is like all y'all folks who are getting all them scam accounts hitting you up on my TikTok and Instagram. And oh my God. You know better though. Your intuition tells you, you know better. You're like, hold on, she don't even talk like that. And so that's just it. Like something shows up in your life and you're like, hold on, what I was expecting doesn't talk like that, doesn't act like that, doesn't look like that, doesn't do these things. Okay, so that's clearly not it. Your discernment is on point. You need that moving forward. That's going to be very beneficial for you. Now, the outcome we have here is the King of Water with soulmates, deep love, unity, and connection. Hello, you're going to be so happy. You let the illusion-based BS, and it comes right on the heels of you enforcing boundaries with something that showed up that looks like yours, but you realize very quickly it's not yours. That was a great fake. That was a great replica, but it was not the authentic deal. The authentic deal will show up for you. And in this case, it definitely looks like we're talking about relationship. You know, I see a situation coming up here with somebody that's presenting in your life that could totally be a Leo that you are hoping is, because that's on the strength card. The word hoping is on the strength card coming up here. Could be hoping that this person is the one that all... It's not. You're going to end up realizing why it's not and putting those boundaries down. And it's like right on the heels of that, boom, soulmate shows up. But it's not, and then is this somebody here too who is, I just heard a different experience. That was interesting. So I also hear another experience here where somebody here, you've been on your own. You've already gone through a karmic connection. You know that possibilities were there for you. The only thing you wanted to add in was a lover. Okay, here's the thing that's coming up here. It's like somebody wanted you and they've taken the time to get to know you. And as you've asserted your boundaries, they've honored your boundaries. When you showed that you weren't ready because this, that, and the other, they didn't try to push you. They're not going to try to push you. If this person is revealed to be your soulmate, it's because they honor your boundaries. They respect your boundaries. There's no BS. You're not getting red flags. As a matter of fact, when you get nervous and you assert your boundaries and you assert what you need, they honor that. They respect that. That's the one right there. So the bottom of the deck is realizations, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. Important. Give yourself time to have those realizations, to see the understanding, to find the epiphanies and the awakenings about situations you're in. Some of you were looking for something and you didn't know that what you had is exactly that. And it's going to take you some time to realize that. How will you know the difference? How will you know if this is the one that you're supposed to put boundaries down to walk away from in order to get the soulmate? You'll know because they do not respect your boundaries. Whether you've spoken them to that person or not, they will cross the boundaries. I heard automatically on their own. Boom. Now you know this person, this is just how they are. I didn't tell them what I want them to be. They're being who they are, and who they are is completely not what I want. They are not for me. You will know. So don't sit up here and expect somebody to be different than what they are now. You'll know that it's the one that you have now if it's somebody who wants you. However, you say, well, I'm not ready right now, or let's take some time, and they respect that, and they don't try to push, they don't try to convince you, they don't try to pressure you. They allow you to come to them. In that case, you will come to them because they're going to keep making the right moves. So that's how you know whether it's this or that. So that's what I have for the download for you today. I'm going to go ahead and read your Alpha and Omega messages. Let's see what we have. The healer of emotion. This is a time to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is a kind, tender-hearted, loving, and trustworthy friend. Yeah, that's how somebody is showing up in somebody's life here. Yeah, so you have somebody who's showing up in your life. They are being trustworthy. They're showing you that they're your friend. Don't you want somebody who could be your friend first? Or are you only looking for a lover? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a real connection, you're going to want them to be your friend. I just had an in-depth conversation I met this beautiful lesbian couple last night. Oh my God, these women were so gorgeous, and they were in love, and they were together for like 3 years. And so I was having this whole conversation with this woman about, like, I have only had the experience of jumping into romance, jumping into sex, jumping into the connection, and boom, it blows up. Instead of that, I said, I'm enjoying getting to know people. And for my next relationship, my personal goal is I want to have a relationship with somebody who started as my friend. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. If you already know the right person you're going to be revealed to be soulmates, then it's unfolding from a level of friendship. I mean, there could totally be sexual desire there, but I just don't feel like there's no jumping into the sack on this. And, this is okay, because it's okay for you to have a trustworthy friend. If y'all going to be together for a long period of time, get married and all that shit, you might want to be able to trust this person and know what they really like. And what a better way to find out what they really like than if you can be friends. Give it time. All right. What's the other card we have from the Alpha and Omega? It says, Dear you, there was always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternative plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment, too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. So are you attracting an opportunity right now to set down your boundaries because somebody is clearly not in harmony, not in alignment with who you are, how you are, and how you be? Or are you in this experience right now, because I see both of those happening, where somebody is completely honoring who you are, how you be, and your boundaries, and that's going to turn into more? Where are you in this? Who are you? What you doing? How'd you find my channel? Keep coming back. I'll keep coming back too. So thankful and grateful for you. Until next time, my dear, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through. Call love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias, little baby. And I'm out.